Welcome to the Lowcountry Revolutionaries, the podcast that dives deep into the heart of Charleston, South Carolina's vibrant entrepreneurial scene. I'm your host, Bill Bellott, founder of Veritas Exoscience, and each week we're spotlighting the boldest innovators from the Chucktown startup community. These are the visionaries pouring their heart and soul into the businesses that are transferring Charleston into a global hub of creativity and American ingenuity. Get ready for raw, real conversations with the trailblazers shaping our city's future. Let's dive in. I would like to welcome Dean Martin. Dean is retired after a 37-year career with the federal government. While he was still in Frederick, Maryland, he heard about Sleep in Heavenly Peace and attended the 1,000-bed build. He recently relocated to the Charleston area. Welcome, Dean. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. So tell me, you said you got hooked on Sleep in Heavenly Peace and building the beds, and I recently talked to Luke, who helped found the whole movement and everything. So tell me, what was it about this that got you hooked?
It's the mission on serving the children.
Nice.
I can't explain it. You have to attend a bed build or to deliver a bed, but there's just something special on helping a child not sleep on the floor or not sleep on an air mattress or sharing a couch with their siblings.
Right.
And I knew a friend up in Frederick, Maryland, and she looked at me. She goes, you'd be a really good fit for the Sleep in Heavenly Peace organization. And I asked, what's that?
Yeah, exactly.
And she goes, well, they build and deliver beds for children in the community. And so I looked up the Frederick chapter. I was invited for a bed build that just happened to be the celebration of the 1,000th bed.
Oh, nice.
And to see like the 50 volunteers, to see the senior graduating class of a local high school get involved. The energy was just dynamic.
Really?
And that's what drew me. But I also knew I didn't have the time to pursue that while I was employed with the federal government.
Right. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, it's when I was talking to Luke, Luke had a very similar thing. He's the one that founded Sleep in Heavenly Peace, and he was with his church group, and they were talking about helping some families around the area, just regular stuff you do at the church. And he was shocked when one of the things they mentioned in the conversation is like, oh yeah, and these kids don't have any beds, and he was like, whoa, hold up, what do you mean these kids don't have beds? And I was shocked when he said that too, because I'm like, wait a minute, do we have people living here in America where their kids don't have beds? And I'm surprised here, even in Charleston area. And I assume that's where you guys mainly focus, is the Charleston metro area, right?
That is correct. And that's only due to resources. We serve the Tri-County area.
Right.
We have, we deliver beds in Berkeley County.
Oh, cool.
Dorchester County and Charleston County.
Okay.
The way I was introduced to the Charleston chapter was I reached out to our chapter president, Jack O'Connell,
right,
and said, hey, look, I'm moving down to Charleston. I'd like to have a few months just to set up my house, but I want to get involved with you guys.
Nice.
In April, he invited me to church to meet our core group, the regular volunteers that always show up.
Right.
And so we met at Coastal Community Church. This is an amazing non-denominational church. They have been the backbone of the Sleep in Heavenly Peace chapter here in Charleston.
Nice.
And Pastor Chris Rollins, Executive Pastor Chris Jones, and the others have embraced our organization.
Oh, cool.
And kind of helped us like in the growing process and everything.
Right.
And the way I liken it is when you deliver a bed build, you're kind of like Santa Claus on Christmas morning. These kids look at you like you're Santa Claus
Right.
delivering their favorite toy because, and I'm sure Luke expanded on this, 2 to 3% of the children in our community, they're either sleeping on the floor, they're
Wow.
sleeping on an they're sleeping on an air mattress, or they're sharing a couch or sleeping on the couch with siblings.
Wow.
And one of the funny stories I have is we delivered beds at Saturday Serve in February, and we delivered to a mom that had 3 young children.
Right.
She had a son and two daughters,
Wow.
and I led a group of 9 volunteers, and that in itself was really cool. But the second I walked into the house, the 4-year-old boy ran across the living room floor and just like launched into my arms and gave me the biggest hug.
Oh, nice.
And it really was. And as I put him down, I looked at him. I go, "What is that for?" And he looks up at me with this big smile and the innocence of a 4-year-old. He goes, "I don't have to sleep with my sisters anymore." You know, and it was great. But what I didn't realize that one of our volunteers, he's become a core group member since then, is my friend Steve, mentioned it's like, did you see the couch outside?
Yeah.
There was a couch that was used in the bedroom as a bed.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't a pull-out couch.
Right. It's just a regular couch.
It's just a regular couch. And the 3 kids were sleeping on that couch.
Wow.
They shared one couch. And that's what moves me to just to give a child an opportunity to build their self-esteem, their
Right.
confidence, give them a good night's sleep,
Yeah.
and give them like hope for tomorrow.
Right. Right. Exactly.
You know, and but a lot of the homes here, we never judge the parent
Right.
because you never know what road or what path they've been on.
Right.
And a lot of these homes that we go into, there's a lot of poverty.
Yeah.
And in January we delivered to this one home, and we delivered 2 beds, and it's a very small apartment, but the grandmother and mom had the oven door down trying to heat their apartment.
Wow.
And that's what breaks my heart, because it's not the fault of the child,
No, not at all.
to be in poverty.
Right.
And this is the message that, Jack and our vice president, Paul McCorder, and the rest of our volunteers, we try to put out, is that, we really need resources
Yeah.
to get these kids off the floor.
Yep. Absolutely. And bringing some stability to the children relieves stress off of the adults so they can pursue other things too. It's got to work both ways, I imagine.
Yes. We were fortunate. Last year, we were a recipient from the state of South Carolina. We were an Angel Award recipient.
Oh, nice.
And a lot of it was for our community service, but more for the efficiency on how we use our donations.
Oh, cool.
And so 95.1% of our donations goes back into the materials
Wow.
to build beds.
Wow.
And when we deliver a bed, we deliver everything: the bed frame, the
Yep.
mattress,
Oh, wow.
the pillow, the bedding, the comforters, and everything. And one of the best things I love is the sewing ministry at Coastal Community Church. The ladies are so amazing. They hand make these quilts.
Really? Oh my gosh.
And we have, they're not like full-size quilts for the bed and everything,
Yeah.
but it's just a touching moment
Right.
that we're able to give a child a gift of God from the church,
Right.
that somebody out there loves this child,
Yeah.
and and that's the fun part, is it's trying to spread the message, that they're not alone in this.
Right.
Our church has been great supporters, from day one.
Right. Yeah. And, getting a handmade quilt these days is really special. I mean, I remember when I was growing up, it's like we had like I still have a handmade quilt from, my grandmother and stuff like that. And it's like, it lasts forever. And, it does bring you like a sense of comfort that this was made by hand and it took time to make, and it is special,
It is. It is. And, some of the things, we have really made a great effort in putting our name out there in the past year.
Right.
And we have developed some great partnerships in the community.
Nice.
So SHP, Sleep and Heavily Peace. We have partnershiped up with the Habitat for Humanities.
Oh, nice.
In Charleston County.
Yeah.
Soon to be Dorchester County.
Right.
And we also have a partnership with the Citadel.
Oh, cool.
To give the cadets an opportunity to perform community service.
Right.
That is a requirement during their semester.
Oh, nice.
And and we're starting to build other partnerships, and it's one of those where hopefully through this podcast, someone's listening and say, yeah, I'd like to, become a part of this.
Right.
Because it really is an amazing story. And in April, we went up to Charlotte for the Lowe's 24-hour bed build.
Oh, wow.
We, the 7,000 volunteers built 10,027 beds.
Holy
in
cow.
24 hours.
That's amazing.
And I had the opportunity to meet Luke Mickelson.
Yeah.
And his lovely bride, Belinda, but also the national leadership team. And when you get to know those people on a personal basis, it just adds fire to the belly. Yeah. It's like you think you're having a bad day, but there's a child out there that's sleeping on the floor.
Right.
And it's like, you have no excuse.
Right. Exactly.
It just pushes you forward.
Yeah. And, it's a great opportunity for people in the Lowcountry community to come together. It's an easy win. I assume you guys are always looking for more volunteers to help, and also looking for people who are willing to donate and stuff like that too, right?
That is correct. You never know who tomorrow's first-time volunteer will eventually become the chapter president.
That does happen.
You never know. But also, if this interests somebody, we are, like every other nonprofit in the area, we are looking for resources.
Right.
And our greatest need right now is to find warehouse space.
Okay.
We're looking between 2,500 to like 5,000 square feet. If someone could donate us warehouse space, like in the Charleston County area and everything, that is our greatest need. And then, but also to sponsor a bed build.
Oh,
we
nice.
will come to your corporation's or business site and we'll provide a bed build.
Nice. Yeah. And how much, in a ballpark to sponsor like a bed build, is it a few $1,000s, or what kind of ballpark should people think about if they want to do this?
That is a great question. So for a donation for a bed, it costs $250.
Okay.
Cause we make the bed frame, the mattress costs over $100 and everything. So when everything's said and done, it costs right around $250.
Okay.
And we require a minimum of a 10 bed build.
Okay.
So like a $2,500 sponsorship.
Okay, that's
Uh,
reasonable.
it is. And, fortunately, we have had assistance by Congresswoman Nancy Grace's office.
Nice.
Her director, Noah Longest, has helped point us to possible grants
Right.
that we can apply for.
Right.
And they have been very helpful, assisting us look for money.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I mean, I would think, with all the businesses that are starting here in the Low Country, and that want to help build, most of the people I talk to, Dean, is like everybody's in the spirit of, the rising tide floats all ships. Everybody wants to help everybody else succeed. And I
Yes.
think, that's a wonderful place to kind of help your organizations grow too, because we want to help, the community in one way or another. And certainly you guys are giving us a great opportunity, everybody out there listening, to help out. And, I know you guys I assume you guys fall under the umbrella of the national organization where you're a 501c3 and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
for people that don't know, that means when you donate to Sleep in Heavenly Peace, your tax is deductible now. So that's another benefit for corporations out there that are looking for places to donate. But I love this idea of maybe getting people together and doing a bed bill here in the community. That would be amazing if we could make that happen.
Our next bed build is going to be held on June 27th.
Okay.
Currently, we're trying to decide if it's going to be located at the outpost at 1050 St. Andrews Drive in Charleston, or if it will be held behind the Coastal Community Church at 460 Arlington Drive. We should have that decision probably within maybe a week to 10 days.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out parking logistics and everything.
Right.
And but if someone is interested in attending a bed build, it is amazing to see the energy and the setup and everything, and to see the dedicated core group members that get there several hours ahead of time to set up.
Okay.
They could reach out to me at dean.martin at shpbeds.org.
All right. And go ahead.
And I can send them the link to sign up for the bed build.
And I know, everybody's thinking, say, hey, I totally want to do this, but I don't have any tools, or I got lots of tools, and what should I bring? They're either in one or two camps. So what should people show up with?
A big smile, a great attitude, and that's all you need.
Really?
We provide everything else. We have the sanders, we have the drills and the saws and everything. And one of the best parts is towards the end of the bed build is that we let the volunteer brand a piece of wood as a souvenir.
Oh, cool.
And it's like an SHP logo that you brand in the wood. It catches on fire for a couple seconds. And, it's like you'd be amazed on the smiles of the volunteers.
Yeah.
They get to bring that back to their office or bring that back home. And they get to expand and tell other people about this great organization.
Right. That's amazing. Well, we'll definitely get that advertised out there for you guys, because, I want you to be flooded with people on the 27th, and you don't know what to do with all the folks.
That is true. And if someone is listening to this, we brought back 100 beds from the Charlotte bed build.
Right.
But right now we are in dire need of twin size bedding, but especially twin size comforters.
Okay. Nice. Twin
And
size bedding and comforters. I'm going to write that down.
and I'll send you the information later to put on the website.
I
We
will.
have the link tree QR code,
Okay.
and it shows where they can go to Amazon and Walmart and everything, and they can buy online, and it gets delivered to our chapter president's house or my house.
Nice. And is there a place where people, outside of this podcast, where people can go to get information about what's going on, the events, the next build? Do you have a newsletter or just a website? How do you guys share information?
You could go to our Facebook page,
Okay.
Sleep in Heavenly Peace /Charleston.
Okay.
And that would be also the same for our website.
Okay. Excellent. We'll make sure we put those links in the description so people can find those, because I think, keeping up with what's going on is going to be something folks are going to want to do. And I'm happy to, as events come up, share that also through my listeners and everything. So
we would like that. And on behalf of Sleep in Heavenly Peace here in Charleston, we'd like to invite you and your wife out to the bed build on the 27th.
I'm going to talk to her tonight about that. I think that'd be lots of fun.
It would be. And if someone's listening, if you do decide to come to the bed build, you would have to show up about 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
On that Saturday.
Okay.
And the bed build usually begins about 9, but if you get there at 8:30, that'd be a great time to show up.
Okay. And then it goes from 9 to what time in the afternoon?
Probably it takes a few hours, probably from like 9 a.m. until noontime.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
It doesn't take up the whole day.
Okay. That's great. That seems like lots of fun. So
and you'll leave with the satisfaction that you have helped a child get off the floor.
Yeah. Exactly. And it still shocks me that is going on in the community, but anything we can do to help. Do you guys work with local health officials and first responders to kind of figure out who has the need? How do you guys find out?
So we do get referrals from DSS.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there are parents that are victims of domestic abuse.
Right.
Where they might be a punching bag on Saturday night, and DSS will reach out like maybe on a Monday morning or Tuesday, say, hey, do you have any beds for these moms?
Right.
One thing is, last year we had opened up all the zip codes in the Tri-County area.
Right.
And within 1 month, we had over 1,200 applications for beds.
Wow.
We're currently, so we didn't have the resources, so we had to close down a lot of the zip codes temporarily.
Right.
Until we get more resources to build beds. Currently, we're about 180 applications in line.
Wow.
But we are expanding. We have a new sponsor coming on board, the Somerville Baptist Church.
Nice.
And they're going to be sponsoring 80 beds a year that are going to be predominantly for Somerville.
Okay.
And so, we just opened up 2 zip codes in Somerville, but we're looking to get into that point where we can open up all the zip codes in Charleston.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would encourage folks that, if you're moved by this and you have resources or you have time, get involved. Because certainly, Dean, I can tell, just from your expression, it's really changed your life. And I just ask, and I mean, you're not starting your new entrepreneur career, but what advice would you have for folks out there that are thinking about, what can I do? What can I do to help?
I would say find your passion. I was fortunate before I retired. I knew I wanted to be involved in Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew prior to retirement, that was my passion. And coming here, it has become my passion.
Right.
And whether you're like a small business owner or starting a nonprofit organization, it has to come from the heart.
Right.
And with the belief in God and through dedication, you'll be successful.
Yeah. That's great. That's really great. I really appreciate you sharing that. I think that will resonate with a lot of folks. It certainly does with me. And I thank you for your time today. It's been great talking to you. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to talk to my wife tonight, see if I can wrangle her, and we'll be there on the 27th and hopefully see you in person.
We would like that. And, if you show up, when any volunteer shows up, we have been handing out Sleep in Heavenly Peace, those rubber wristbands that has
nice.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
It's a small token of our gratitude. It's like, thank you for coming out, and, thank you for, giving back to the children.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dean. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you very much.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Lowcountry Revolutionaries. Thanks for joining us as we celebrate the fearless entrepreneurs making wave in Charleston's Chucktown Startups community. I'm Bill Bellot, and it's been an honor to share these inspiring stories with you. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs a spark of Lowcountry innovation. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.